What up, boys and girls? It's me again, Jimmy the Fish, aka Opus XPN. Quick video showing you something that I was messing with. Of course, you know that Nathan sells cool ferro rods, and he sent me a striker. Well, that's a great striker, but now I want to use that striker for everything. And I was like, well, and I also have another one that I have another ferro rod that I got from him. So in my camping bag, and I need a good striker for it because I thought the Collins was the shit, and it actually ain't shit compared to this. This is like pretty good striker, but it has you have to learn the angles of it. The reason why you'll discover when you start using them, if you hit it at a certain angle, you're gonna get some bridges on the ferro rod, and if you press too hard, you're gonna be removing a lot of the ferro rod. But if you get the right angle on it, just a little scrape, and you get nice sparks. Well, um, I got this. This is M35 steel. This one has you got your carbon, your chromium, your moly, your vanadium, and you have cobalt. This one has cobalt on it, so cobalt makes it a little bit harder steel. So we have a very high carbide steel. This bit is used to cut metal too. Put threads on metal and cut metal. So that told me that it is a very high carbide steel with a very high Rockwell rating on the scale. So I was like, well, carbide sharpens things. So like maybe this one is very similar to carbide. So what I did, this is the knife that I was using to carve handles and stuff, and it got pretty dull. So what I did is just got the bar and started doing the same thing as I would do with a sharpener, and not putting a lot of pressure, just laying it flat on the angle, and just started doing this for a couple of times, and I actually saw little flakes, very small little flakes of metal leaving the knife. So that's telling me that this bit is actually cutting into the knife. It is removing metal. So I got a pretty nice edge on it because it was dull, um, and I started messing with that. As you can see, it's shaving hair with no effort. So I got it back to almost its original sharpness by using this, just striking or just sliding the knife back and forth a couple of times. Um, so what this thing is doing is aligning the angle on the edge, and it worked pretty damn awesome. So you have your striker, you got your 490s plus the one in the front you can scrape down and will work. So you got your striker, you got a retouch sharpener, and this is an excellent scraper for fat wood. It'll give you miter dust like really quick with no effort at all. So this is a great scraper for fat wood. Say, oh, well, it's gonna get full of resin and stuff like that. Yeah, it will, but just lighter, burn it out, clean it, and you're good to go. It's a pretty nice little piece of steel. I don't know the Rockwell hardness of it, but I know it's stronger than this metal. So if it's stronger than that, it will for sure help you bend and align the edge on this one, and get it back, you know, too sharp. And it's pretty amazing how this little bit um, can do more things than it was designed to do. Because it was designed to be used in the machine or maybe by on a handle or something to cut metal, wood, other stuff. Uh, it is very very sharp, and it's a very strong steel. So that's pretty damn cool. Um, and because of the contents, what it's made of, it has very high carbides. So that's also pretty cool. And I don't know the stability of them because I don't know a lot of uh, how to test that, um, but it's still pretty damn cool because it's a high speed, high heat bit. So there's more use in than just use it as a bit. It can be used as touch-ups for knives, scrapers, you know. And I bet you there's more uses to it, but I just need to mess with it and see what else I can use it for. Um, but it's a pretty nice thing. I mean, this one, it's a 1/4 by 2.5, and I didn't pay much for it. I think I was paid like $4 for it. So that's pretty damn cool. And now I'm gonna have, you know, this striker. I'm gonna make a handle for it, and gonna put it with my other Nathan rod, the one he got me from. The first one I got from him, it was because it was the monster, not the super monster, but just the monster. I think it's half inch by 5 inches, half by 5 or half by 6, and then recently I got the beast. That's the 1 inch by 6 inch, and that one I got the striker he gave me. But I'm making this striker for the for the uh, for the monster one, because the other ones I had, I mean, I thought the other strikers were cool. They worked and stuff, but compared to this, I mean, come on, it's a big freaking difference. The only thing is you have to find the right angle when you're doing the striking. The reason why I'm saying that, because if you put it exactly like this, like on like that, it'll create some ridges on the ferro rod. So you need to be careful. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. You can just even them out with the same striker, just even them out, and it'll be fine. But if you get just the right lift, the right angle on it, not a lot, just the right angle on it, and you barely strike it, you get a lot of spark without actually removing a lot of the not digging into the ferro rod itself. You're just gonna be like barely scraping the top of it. Um, I'll show you. I'll make a video on that, how the difference or what happens to a ferro rod when you start striking a certain way with this specific striker. Um, so I discovered that too. That you don't have to dig into it and put it with a very edge like that. Actually, you have to almost like lay it flat and then just lift a little bit and then go like that, and it works. It works best as far as removal of the ferro rod, material removal, and also leaving it more or less flat trace on it. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you soon again.